You are listening to the USDN on the DFPN.
It's a trap!
What is up, everyone, and welcome to the United States Department of Nerds, where we are for the people, by the people, and of the people. Every comic universe begins with an idea, a character, a world, a story waiting to be told, but building an entire universe from scratch, that takes vision. Tonight, we sit down with Collin McLamore, the creator behind Skyline Comics and the emerging world known as the Skyline Universe. From the origins of his flagship character Outline to the challenge of building a new indie comic universe from the ground up, we're exploring what it takes to start creating your own universe. Ladies and gentlemen, the Council of Nerds is now in session. Collin, welcome to the USDN.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So it's a pleasure being here.
So everybody, this is Collin's first podcast, and I'm glad he picked the USDN to do it. It's going to be a fun night, but let's dive into it, man. So before Skyline Comics existed, when did you first realize you wanted to start creating comics instead of just reading them?
Okay, so probably when I realized I suck at everything else, you know. Originally, I wanted to be like a basketball player and stuff. Then found out, my peak height, 5'8", not gonna cut it. Then
come on, man, Muggsy Bogues was there.
But Muggsy Bogues is good. I ain't Muggsy, We also had a couple of other dreams that I wanted to do. Couldn't do it. So, I've been writing since I was a little kid. So why not bring that kind of stuff back? And now we here.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I like it, man. Do you have a particular comic, movie, or game, or kind of maybe another book that kind of influenced types of stories that you want to tell?
I wouldn't say, Radiant Black, right? When I first started, when I first started, writing Outline, a lot of like inspiration came from Radiant Black, that especially the first two. But as far as like characters or anything like that, I would say Punisher, a lot of comics.
So how did you feel when Radiant Black joined the Energon universe with Transformers and G.I. Joe?
I was all for it. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I love Transformers. I've watched a lot of G.I. Joe. I haven't really read as much G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
But, bro, I was all for it. I loved it.
Are you reading Radiant Pink as well, or just you more of the Radiant Black?
More Radiant Black. Also, I think it was. I know there was another character. It's like a solar character, a fire-ish character. I forgot.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember it because I never got into it.
Right.
But no, I did enjoy the crossovers that they've done so far. Yeah. The crossover with Spawn was really cool. With Transformers was really cool. So, but do you remember the first character or story that you ever tried to create?
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but I'm gonna probably bring him back sooner or later. His name was Mega Titan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's first character ends up that way, man. I don't know very many creators who've like kind of just stuck with that one. Except for maybe Zing. Zing created a character 32 years ago, and it's still going strong today. So
shout out to him.
So you're entering the comic book industry at a very young age. Do you think starting young gives you an advantage creativity from a creative standpoint?
Actually, yes, like most definitely, you know.
Yeah. Because you're like 21, 22?
I'm 20.
20?
Yeah. So I started this maybe like a year or two ago. And from where I was back then where I was like a year or two, I've jumped way ahead. Like I'm a lot better than I was before. So, you can only get better from this,
Oh yeah. Especially starting that young, man.
Yeah, bro. So by the time
college,
I turn 40,
College too? Balancing both? No?
No.
Working comic books, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's where we at right now, at least. Maybe college in the future, possibly.
Yeah. Hey, dude, if this works for you, man, you ain't gotta worry about it, right?
If it works, but I don't know. I feel like I just kind of want to go to college, get that kind of accomplishment.
Dude, yeah. So at what point did the idea go from this would be cool someday to I'm actually going to do this?
So my senior year in high school, right? It was me and my friend Michael. He actually helps me with some of the things within Skyline Comics as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just had an idea one day. We used to meet like every day in the art room. So he would do all the art and stuff, and we just kind of. I don't know, we just kind of took it seriously. We came out with a book. That's like a homemade book. And, it wasn't the best. It was like our first, my first time writing, his first time drawing and stuff like that. And then, I just kind of held on to it. I wanted to get better at writing. So I practiced, I studied. And now we're about to get this official issue 1 out. It's going to be amazing.
There we go. I like it, man. I like to hear when people start that young at a very young age and just stay with it. Yeah. And I've talked to a lot of creators over the last couple of months, man. And that under 30 crowd writing comic books right now is some fire out there, dude.
Yeah, so usually I go live on like TikTok and stuff. And
yeah, I caught you on there a couple of times.
Yeah, and a lot of people who like join the lives and stuff. Like we have like this whole small little group and stuff. And a lot of them are under 20. There's one guy, actually it's 2 people, maybe like over 20, but yeah, bro. It's
dude, I love to see it, man. I've learned that the future is bright for indie comics, and I'm here for it, dude. I want to be here for it as long as I can, because there's still a lot of you out there that I have yet to talk to, and I want to talk to as many of you as I can, man. So if someone told you 5 years ago that you would be building your own comic universe today, would you have believed them?
Probably not. I'm not gonna lie. Probably. 5 years ago, I was
trying to get your permit.
Yeah, actually, yeah. 5 years ago, I think I was still like hard on basketball and stuff like that. It was only till like 2-3 years ago I figured out, I'm gonna be an artist. I'm gonna be a writer,
Dude, there we go. 5 years ago, waiting for the permit, and here we are today.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got your permit and your license and you're good to go.
No, yeah, it was definitely no.
But for people tonight just hearing about Skyline Comics, what is the Skyline Universe?
So Skyline Universe is a universe that I've created. Me and my friend Michael, we've created Skyline Universe. It is mainly somewhat real. I'm not gonna say too realistic, but it's not the average Marvel, not the average DC. It is more of a personal stories that goes into Skyline Universe. Especially with this first book coming out, Outline Issue 1, it's a lot of personal and just real life stories that I've been involved with and have heard, and it's put into Outline Issue 1. So that is going to be the start and the flagship of the Skyline Universe going forward.
Dude, I like when stories are kind of kept a little bit closer to the real world.
Yeah.
The powers and stuff like that may not be related to the real world, but when the character is very deeply grounded into today and into the world, and they're not just like this over the top superhero, you know?
All right.
So will the Skyline Universe be shared with multiple characters, and will all their stories connect in some kind of way?
So yes, though the entire universe is still in the same world, you know, same universe, but you don't have to read like certain books to get caught up, you know. So
okay.
Once one series ends, once the outline series ends, then it's going to be another series that, you know, is kind of involved with the Skyline series, but from that standpoint. So you can read any series, you know, in any order, and it'll come to the end of, you know, that's the other series.
Oh, okay. That's really cool. So once Scott outline story ends, the next character begins. It will be the same story, just from the other character's perspective.
Yep.
Dude, that's a dope idea, actually. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And since they're not running concurrently at the same time, that's even better, man. That's really cool.
So with outline, you know, once that series ends, the next character is the Green Phantom. The Green Phantom is in the outline series, but you know, once he has his own series, it's going to be completely different, except for how he gets to, you know, that part of the outline series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I like that. I really do. So when you started designing this universe, what kind of came first for you? Was it like the world itself, or like did you create the character and then the world?
I would say the character first, because like we went through a couple of different stories, so we had to change the world up a little bit, but the character primarily stayed the same, you know.
Okay. So if you could describe the tone of Skyline, is it a dark, heroic sci-fi? Is it? And I know you said it was grounded, but within that grounded universe, like what kind of vibe does it have? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess it depends on which character you're reading, but I would say for outline, it's a pretty dark story. I'm not gonna lie. It's dark, grounded. There is a lot of powers and, you know, like I would say street level powers at least, but yeah, it's a pretty dark story.
So we're in that Daredevil, Punisher type of world then.
Yeah, hard inspiration off of Punisher.
Okay. No, I like those types of stories, to be fair. So your character outline now, he's going to be like the central figure in this universe. So who is Outline? So
Outline is a 20-year-old college dropout, and at first it was supposed to be just supposed to be a character that represents me, but I kind of switched things around, and now it's a character that represents everyone that I actually know. And I put a lot into Outline. So, you know, Outline, he ends up finding a job working for the biggest criminal in the world, right? But the world doesn't know that he's the criminal. Nobody knows that, you know, he's the huge mafia boss and stuff. And I like to give an example, as in, like, let's say Mr. Beast, right, gave you $1 million in your hands. And, you know, Johnny from across the street say, hey, Mr. Beast stole that money. Nobody would believe him. And that's the situation that my character Outline is actually in currently.
Well, we're referencing Mr. Beast now as the villain. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Yeah. Nobody has that much money just to give away.
Hey, whatever you doing, Jimmy, you better stop. They catching up to you, bro.
Hey, he uses it as a tax write-off, but the person winning that money is getting the shit taxed out of that money.
No, it might be.
No, they really are. You can't just win something and not have it taxed. So if you win a car, it's getting taxed. Well, you win money, it's getting taxed. You win the lottery, the city, the state, the federal government, everybody is getting their cut of that.
Then again, Mr. Beast like to give like, you know, Mr. Beast wrapped cars and stuff. I don't think I would have.
So for him, it's a tax write-off.
Yeah.
So he can get that money back or some of that money back recouped at the end of the year.
Dang.
But that person is paying taxes on that vehicle, which is wild to think about.
Damn. Okay. Well, I wouldn't want to ride around in a Mr. Beast wrapped car anyway, you know.
Hey, he's not that cute of a mug, is he? So what inspired the design and the concept of this character? Because he is such a dope looking character, man.
Appreciate it, man. We went through every design imaginable, you know, like we had him wearing regular clothes at one point, you know. But so at first we was gonna make him a like a glowing skeleton kind of guy, and then, you know, out of nowhere,
concept's been kind of used up by people now.
Yeah, the main person who kind of made us switch, or the main character that kind of made us switch, was Geiger, and then I seen him.
That's my dude right there, man. I love some Geiger.
I like him. I like him now, but like,
you
know,
the initial
2 ago.
Yeah, that initial Geiger run. Yeah,
nah. But
he's come a long way, man.
Nah, most definitely. And like I kind of like made myself not like him because like I thought I was, you know, being unique with the character design and stuff. And then I see Geiger's like, damn. Okay.
Well, you know who Geiger's based off of, right?
Not at all.
Dr. Phosphorus.
Oh yeah. Actually,
Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
And you know the whole reason the Geiger universe exists is because all those writers used to write for DC.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Phosphorus, Geiger, that the stories that are being told in Geiger are some that were pitched to DC for those characters.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
But I like it better now, to be fair. I'm a huge Ghost Machine fan.
Yeah.
Like they have not put out a bad title. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, the Rockefellers aren't that good. I'm like, are you reading the Rockefellers?
No.
That shit is good.
I don't know. A lot of books and movies that people like say that they don't like. I don't really see the problem in it. Like a big movie, and I don't know. This might be like a little controversial, but a big movie that people like don't like was the Eternals. But like I fucking.
So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, like I love that movie, but nobody likes it. So I guess
I liked it because it was outside of the normal Marvel scope that they were trying to do. It was a different side that they weren't used to. Mm-hmm. And just like when Star Wars tries to do something different, everybody's going to shit on it. Like they're trying to do something different, but it's still Star Wars at the end of the day. You still got the Force, you still got lightsabers, you still got the Sith, you still got the Jedi.
Mm-hmm. It's just,
why are you shitting on it?
Different characters, different formats, but nobody really likes. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody, but a lot of people who are involved with the MCU and stuff like that, they don't like, different. They like a big difference.
Well, they want their central character of the Avengers or the Avengers like spin-offs of those, and I'm just like, I don't care for them. I don't even read Marvel that much, you know.
I feel like that's why they made RDJ Dr. Doom, because people can't, let go of RDJ.
I don't know, dude. I'm a big fan of RDJ. I thought he was a perfect person for Iron Man. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I want a gritty, just no fucks given Dr. Doom. Except for when it comes to his niece, because the man loves his niece.
Hell, y'all should have made me Dr. Doom. MCU. I got you. Trust me.
Hey, let's do it, man. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So without spoiling too much, man, what makes Outline unique as a hero?
I'll say a couple of things, right? So first, his power, right? I spent months, figuring out his stuff. I always knew it was going to be teleportation, but I didn't want it to be like go through a portal, you do that, that kind of teleportation. So he teleports through light. and he has photokinesis or light manipulation, stuff like that, and he just uses it and deals with it differently. Another big thing is the perspective. He in some people's eyes, people can see Outline as being a bad person at first,
Yeah.
and like I can't really explain too much into that, but like a lot of people would possibly see Outline as a bad person. People who proofread my stuff gave me advice and thought Outline was a villain at first, but no, it's not like that at all. So
I mean, there's a lot of like good guy characters, a lot of heroes out there who in the beginning were perceived as bad.
Yeah, but it's I would say with Outline, he's been good since the beginning, but has to make hard choices in life.
Yeah.
And just me, I'm writing it, Now I would say that's a big difference from a lot of other artists or a lot of other writers as well.
So great comic characters usually represent an idea. What idea does Outline represent from the theme in the comic?
I would say money isn't everything, coming off of dropping out of college. Money is tight, money is hard, so he tries to find any job possible, which leads him to working for a criminal, so I feel like in the world, the love of money is a really big thing, and it's not everything at the end of the day. Also, it also has a lot to do with my religion. At the end of the day, I add some Bible verses and stuff to my character's book, even the first page. It has a little Bible reference, so a lot of religious and just real world stuff like that.
So every hero is defined by their challenges. What kind of threats or villains currently exist within Skyline?
The very first villain, no powers. He's an old guy, but he has as much power as the president of the United States. Like he controls a lot within Houston, and at some point, Outline will have to basically hide from a lot that happens within Houston. We have another character. His name is Mad Blood. Mad Blood is a character that I've created for a long time, since I started writing. I would say his power is he regenerates and stuff like that. But if he touches, or if his blood gets on you any way, shape, and form, you would go as crazy. So think of like a Joker if he had like the scarecrow toxin, the fear toxin.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I like that. I like that one a lot, actually. So let's talk about building Skyline Comics a little bit. So you've started this, your own comic studio from the ground up, basically. What made you decide to build Skyline Comics instead of just creating it like a single book or a one shot to kind of like test the waters?
So we wrote. So I wrote the first issue, and I realized how many characters actually had potential to have their own story. Because I come up with backgrounds, I come up with origin stories for all my characters, and I felt like they were just like so good and deep as well, to the point where they could have their own stories. So then we just started, hey, we're going to build a universe here.
Okay. So what have you learned while making comics that has kind of like surprised you the most?
I'll say what surprised me the most, no idea is your own idea. like at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I'm over here writing. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm cooking. I'm doing.
Yeah.
So nobody ever thought about this. And then I go to YouTube, 14 videos on it. And I'm like, damn, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, nah, it's. I feel like everything is taken, but the way you.
No, there's no more original ideas within the comic world.
Yeah, nah,
It's just taking what you want and making it yours and doing it your way.
right.
At the end of the day, that's all you can do. Because I can guarantee you, there's an obscure X-Men or obscure villain out there from the X-Men universe or something that has something related to what you want to do.
Right. Right.
So yeah, that's a good one. So you've been using, like, you're heavily involved on social media from TikTok to Instagram and YouTube, discussing your universe, which is pretty huge. That's, I mean, from a marketing perspective and getting that following early is a big deal. How has social media, and you've come up in the social media world, you're that age where you've never not had social media, whereas guys my age, hell, we didn't even have internet growing up. You know, for us, it's like, it's one of those where we grew up with, and this stuff was coming to us, and we were having to be some of the first ones to learn how to use the internet and getting social media and just kind of figuring it out. But you, dude, you were born and like, boom, everything's like right there at your fingertips. Yeah. So how has that kind of been for you to help launch this product or launch Skyline Comics and to build that hype and everything for that?
Honestly, I would say, you know, promoting, coming up with videos and stuff might be harder than making the book. I'm not gonna...
Dude, no shit. No kidding there.
It's a problem.
Yeah. And honestly, you're not the first, and you're never going to be the last person to say that marketing is the hardest thing you will ever do, because you have to keep up with all the trends. You have to keep up with like how the algorithm is behaving. And oh, by the way, nobody tells you how the algorithm is behaving that day.
You know, it's just, you gotta just make a video and just pray that it does good. You know, I would like, so I edit my own videos and stuff. So I would like sit, edit for like maybe an hour, post it, 2 likes. I'm like, bro, like where everybody at?
No, and dude, that's the nature of the beast, man. I mean, I've got, let me see here what I've done. What's my damage? I have 577 videos on YouTube right now. And like some of the bigger ones, they will get like 50, 60 likes and maybe, you know, 2, 3, 4,000 views. But that's a combination of shorts, long form, the whole nine.
Yeah.
And I try to keep up with the trends, like the whole thumbnail trends that are going on right now. And I literally have to do a weekly breakdown on like Sunday when I have, or whatever day I don't have anything going on. I literally have to just sit down and just Google, you know, what's trending right now, what's working right now, and just start making notes. I have a running like notepad where I just like, okay, this is working for people right now. I've seen this, I kind of like this. And then you just kind of keep, you know, redefining how you do business. And dude, it is so much work.
No, that's how it is, honestly. So, so I have like this little live group or like stream group, right? It consists with you know, a lot of people who also make comic books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like we kind of started. I would say we started like around the same time and stuff. And we're all got like around the same following and stuff like that. But, bro, some people like get like 10K, 20K within like 2 months. We've been at this for like 2 years, bro. So you know, some people get it, some people just making videos.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I look at it from, I take this step back and I look at it and go, in the year plus that I have been promoting indie comics, my following is just now starting to slowly pick up. And it's not anything that I've done wrong or anything like that. It's how it works. Like eventually, you know, people are like the more people who come on and then they share my stuff and then I share their stuff. And finally people start picking up like, oh, I like what this guy's doing. And I like this and I like that. And then, you know, you may end up with like 30 new followers in a week, but the following week you've lost, you know, 10, 12, 15. And it's just the nature of the beast. And it sucks, man, because you feel like you're doing something wrong, but you have to realize that people are just fickle. Yeah. And thank you, Brian Danielson, for that word. He's a big user of the word fickle. People are fickle. Fans are fickle. And it sucks because it takes, you know, it's a blow to your ego, right? Because you're like, man, I thought that killed that one. I spent 8 hours on that video and 3 likes later, and you know, you can have 51-second views and you still haven't got a minute of view time on something, and it sucks.
Yeah, bro. It's just like at this point, I don't edit too much anymore until I do like content. But you know, as far as TikToks, Instagram Reels and stuff go, you know, just quick edits, then post it. You know, and then we see.
Yeah, I wish I could do that because I have to take all of my videos, break them down into multiple clips, not just for myself, but I give them to you as well. Yeah. So, and then I don't like to just like put, you know, like, oh, here you go, here's the clip. No, I like it to be about you. I use your logos, I use your comic book covers. I do them up nice. I make them nice. And again, it's one of those where you may get 50 or 60 likes on it, and I may get 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? Or I may get the 50, and then you may get the 6. But together, though, because it's a collab project, because how I like to do it is I when I post it, I send you a collab link for it. Yeah. And that way we're both getting the views, we're both getting the clicks, and we're both getting that to share that. Right. And it feels better when it's like, oh yeah, me and that person, we together, we got like, you know, 400 views on that. So hell yeah.
We doing our shit, you know? And
exactly.
I say this so much in my streams, but like when I make it, bro, whoever was supporting from day one, go ahead and call out of work, you know? Like I'm gonna get you right, you know?
Dude, I like it, man. But yeah, social media, man. I don't care if you grow up with it or if you kind of just adopt it to it like, you know, my generation had to do. But if you're trying to make it out here in social media and do what we do, man, it's a lot of fucking work. It's just so much work.
It also take a lot of luck.
It really is. They say the sun shines on a dog's ass sometimes, and man, I'm still waiting on that sunshine.
Yeah, man. It's hard, but you know, I got to keep going, keep putting out videos and stuff for like the 17, 18 people that do watch the videos. Shout out to y'all, cause
yeah, man. You want to put something good out there for them, man.
Yeah.
So, do you think social media is becoming the new way for indie creators to launch projects? I know I've launched a lot of Kickstarters on my side with people, and they're always a ton of fun.
Honestly, yeah. You know, because like I never noticed how many people actually create comic books like that until I started making my own and promoting them. And then like a lot of people asking me to, you know, do collabs and stuff, do all this, do that. And I'm like, bro, I don't even got, you know, 10 pages done yet. But
yeah,
you know, now we have this like collab book coming out, and you know, we are about to start heavy promoting this on social media and stuff. So, yeah.
Dude, that's the way to, like, sometimes that's just the way to do it. Yeah. You and your buddies release an anthology together that kind of has like 3 to 4 pages from each of your stories that you're trying to build right now, dude, and then just use that to promote, like, hey, here's what's coming up.
Yeah. Actually, so at first, you know, our like little collab book, it was supposed to be like, you know, 5 pages, stuff like that. Then I just kind of like locked in 5 pages, turned to like 30 pages, bro. So
yeah,
you know,
dude, do it, man. That's the way to do it. Just with especially if you know them and you're trusting them, because I mean, essentially, you're putting your work in their hands, and they're the same with you. You know, they're putting their work in your hands as well.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where you definitely want to make sure the right hand's talking to the left hand, and both of you all have good intentions for the one and the other. I'm
not gonna lie. Meteorite Comics though, he's amazing. He's
great. yeah. I did. Yeah, we followed each other today. Actually, I was like looking at his page. I was like, yeah, that's some dope stuff over there. So if he wants to come on sometime, I think I got one spot left in May. If he wants to hit me up, man, we'll make something happen.
I'll let him know. I'll definitely let him know.
So what do you think so far has been like really, like, no kidding, the hardest part so far of building Skyline?
That's a good question. I would say writing, but as in, is it good enough? You know, because like I'm kind of like, at first I was kind of like a perfectionist about it. And, you know, I would like rewrite a story like 50, 60 times, you know, and just trying to get the perfect script, get the perfect story done. A lot of research has gone into this story now, but I still feel like I can make a better issue 1 now currently, but, you know, page is already done and I can't constantly, you know, keep writing the script, or it's not going to, you know, it's not going to be a book. So yeah, I would say just being a perfectionist, bro. That's probably the hardest for me.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's your book. It's your book. You're putting yourself, your vulnerabilities into this book, and you want it to be as close to perfect as humanly possible. The last thing you ever want to do is put something out that you don't have 100%, 110% of yourself into, because then people are going to know. It's going to be noticed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he didn't put all of it into this book. You could tell, even with like big writers at DC and, you know, Marvel and Image, you can kind of tell when a writer gets tired of writing that, because it gets sloppy and you're just like, the hell is this? What did I just read?
Yeah.
And then finally, you know, about after another cycle of it, you're like, oh, they got a new writer in. Like, finally.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the issue 1 now, I like it. I actually really love my issue 1 now. I can't wait for it to come out. But like I really, like, I put a lot of time into it, but I know I can make a better one now, you know. So you know, future.
And you know, that's how it works, right? You do issue 1, you release issue 1, you get the feedback from issue 1, you take that feedback, you make issue 2. And then it goes and goes and goes, and then finally, you know, you're getting ready to close out outline storyline, and you finally have it nailed down perfect, and here you are. That's the finale, and you're about to start the next character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now you have all these good lessons learned that you can bring over to the next character and do it. You know,
do it perfectly that time. You know.
And dude, if you're not evolving, if you're not learning, you ain't doing it right.
Right.
So do you see Skyline Comics as something fans can grow with over time? And this one they should be able to, man, because I mean, you're starting at issue 1, ground up from nothing, and just zooming it out for everybody.
Nah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. For the people that read outline issue 1, if you stick with the whole outline series, I feel like my character outline would be very important. Like, I'm not gonna say too important in your life, because, you know, it's the indie book and shit. But it will be a very important character in your life. You know, he is very grounded, like as grounded as possible. You know, so a lot of people are going to actually love outline and, you know, all the side characters and stuff.
Dude, I like it. And so for everybody out there, I know we had talked about it briefly before, because I still didn't have a good idea on how Outline and the universe was going to get started. There will be no Kickstarter, no crowdfunding. Your plan is to build this independently and sell it at Comic-Cons and on your website when it is finished.
Yes, and TikTok.
and TikTok. So when you have all that stuff done, dude, I need you to send me those links. A, so I can buy a copy of it. And B, I want to be able to share those links with the Council of Nerds. That way, everybody who wants to get in on this on the ground floor, everybody can get in on the ground floor with everybody. All right?
Most definitely, bro. I'm like, why? Once it's actually out, everything is just going, like, you're going to see outline everywhere, bro. You might look outside. You might see an outline billboard for all you know. You never.
Dude, I like it. I like big dreams and like that. So you have become the youngest person to appear on the USDN and to share your story with the Council of Nerds at 20 years old. Hey. My man isn't even old enough to go down to the liquor store yet.
Can't do it. Just, not yet at least. Just wait till I hit that 21 age, So
for young creators watching right now, man, what do you want them to know as they maybe start this journey the same as you?
Truthfully speaking.
Truthfully, dude. Yeah, do it. Give them the best advice you can.
All right. Hey, y'all come here. Y'all come here. All right. It's not an easy thing. This is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, But if you're passionate about it, like if you're actually passionate about it, you want to get this book out, even if it's just one book. If you get that one book out, you're going to want to continue to do it. You're going to want to make more books. And the more you do it, the better you are. The better you get at doing whatever you're doing in life, especially with this, especially with writing. If you study how to actually write a story, because I've been through editors, I've done research. So if you do the research, you passionate about it, you'll get better as time goes, and you'll get that book out, and you'll feel like you won the lottery.
I like it, man. So later this summer, when this book comes out, you got to come back on. That way we can talk about it again. And number two, this summer, I don't know, it might be June or July. I'm going to, you watch ESPN?
Yeah.
30 for 30?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do something similar to a 30 for 30 for comic books, right?
I thought you said you was about to be on ESPN, bro.
No, dude. I don't think they let, indie comic book podcasts on ESPN. Although if they need somebody to cover wrestling, hit me up. Hey. But I can't be doing it no worse than those guys over there. That's for sure. But no. So what I'm going to do is, 30 for 30, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to bring on a bunch of young, up and coming indie comic book creators like yourself, and we're just going to have like a panel, and we're just going to discuss indie comic books like that. So it's just going to be, you at 20, I got Ray, who's like 22 and getting ready to graduate. Ray Raynett out there, who I think is also, I think he graduates this year as well. Mm-hmm. So I got about like 6 or 7 of y'all who've been on the podcast who are all under the age of 30. And we're going to come on, we're going to have a panel, and we're just going to discuss kind of like the overall journeys as you've released a couple of comic books by that time, and just, catch up with all of you and kind of just like have that big picture journey of like, okay, you have a couple of titles under your belt. You've released a couple of comic books, kind of like a follow-up, but also just really expand upon from the last time you were here and where you're at now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. I'm treating it like a 30 under 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
So we'll have to have you back on for that for sure. But man, it's time for that rapid fire round. All right. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Don't think about it. Just answer.
Okay.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Favorite superhero?
Moon Knight.
You missed the opportunity to say outline there, but I'll let it slide.
I was in the Marvel universe.
See, that's why I told you not to think about it, but I like it. I like Moon Knight too. Right. Favorite comic creator?
Me.
Oh, that's
I'm on it
right there.
Got it now.
You on it now. Favorite villain?
My villains.
So I'm liking it even more. Favorite comic movie?
Endgame.
Okay, I'll give you Endgame.
Mm.
Physical copies, or digital comics?
Physical copies.
I'm with you, dude.
Mm.
So if Outline could team up with any superhero, I don't care if you're from what universe, who would it be?
Punisher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite snack while you're writing?
That's actually a good question. What is my favorite snack for? A bag of chips. I don't know. I don't really eat.
There you go.
Yeah.
But Collin, before I let you go, dude, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you right now on social media.
You can find me on TikTok at Skyline Comics. You can find me on Instagram at official Skyline Comics. You can find me on YouTube at Skyline Comics.
There you have it. Collin, I want to say thank you for coming on and joining the Council of Nerds tonight. It was a pleasure to have you on. I want to say thank you for sharing the beginning. We're on the ground floor of Skyline Comics right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, we're here for it.
Hey, I appreciate
We're clocked in with you. We're clocked in with you, dude.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate you having me here, bro. And, hey, you know, I stream every day. You should hop in a live one day, bro. You know?
I'm not actually on TikTok. I will get on, like, if I see you're live on like Instagram or whatever, I'm like, okay, let me check them out. But I do follow you on YouTube, so if I see the pop up on YouTube as well, I'll watch it over there. But I can't think the TikTok wave passed me by, man.
It's all
that good. Over 35 crowd, you know, I can't do it.
So, I don't know. We got a little older head, you know. Shout out Shockwave. He like 50, 60 years old, you know. You know.
I like it, dude.
But yeah.
But again, thank you for joining us, man, and to everyone watching and listening at home. If you enjoy discovering indie comic creators and the stories behind their projects, make sure you just subscribe and join the conversation, because we're doing this at least 2 to 3 days a week. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Council of Nerds is now adjourned. This has been the USDN Podcast, where indie comics come to life. Y'all be safe. You hang out. Don't go nowhere.
I got you.